Hello and welcome to my channel today. I want to thank all of you who've been subscribing and listening to my channel. I appreciate it so very much. So, I want to talk today about dreaming of living in the boonies, being self sufficient, living with simplicity. And I want to explore the realities of solar power and off the grid living. I have quickly found out that it's more than just slapping solar panels on your roof and, you know, here we go. There's some pros of living in the desert and having solar. I mean, one, as you know, there's the abundance of sunlight, clear skies, minimal shade, and you can have peak efficiency of your system all year round. Uh, the solar of itself, is great. It can, supply your whole home, and you can be energy independent. There's the third, no reliance on fossil fuel. And most importantly, uh, the tranquil lifestyle, living in the desert with nature, not having to deal with down powered lines. It's all romantic and it's all great. And part of me really wanted to just live totally off the grid. But here are some of the things that you need to know before you even commit to living off the grid and using just solar. Firstly, we have to look at the upfront cost. There's solar panels, batteries, inverters, and then you have to get a temperature controlled storage area. None of these are cheap. It can run you into the thousands. I've been looking and been quoted anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000, and this depends on the size of your project, of course. And this does not include labor in some instances. Even with state and federal rebates and incentives, it still runs you in the thousands. The second thing you have to look at is how long do you plan to stay? Are you really planning to retire out here in the boonies? Because if you are, it takes about 8 to 15 years to recoup your initial investment for solar. Anyone will tell you that. And so to calculate your energy usage, you have to look at your present energy rates, and then of course the size of the system that you want to have, and calculate all that in before you decide, is this the way you want to go. The third thing is that you gotta look at the batteries. The panels, they're one cost, the inverters are one cost, but what really adds up are the batteries. Lithium batteries are recommended. They last about 10 to 15 years. So now the question is, after 10 to 15 years, you have to spend more money again to replace them? That's another cost. And these very batteries have to be stored in a temperature controlled space, because in the desert it can get really cold at night, especially during the winter times. And then, of course, the heat in the summer. The temperature changes are really hard on batteries, and they wear out even faster than you expect. So now you also have to think about having a backup generator or some other form of energy. So after considering the cost of the batteries and the maintenance and the challenges of disconnecting from the grid completely, and living out here as a female in the desert, I decided that I'm going to have a blended system of solar, which is going to be my major power, but still have a backup safety of being on the grid. And here's why: because even on those very sunny days, there are days when there's cloudiness and the monsoon season, and the solar system may not function at full capacity. There's also the fact that the batteries therefore can run low, and I need something to back up when that's not happening, and being on the grid offers that. I also intend to have a generator, but that too will serve as a backup when I fully get my system on board. So I just wanted to talk about that today because it sounds, as I said, romantic, having solar system, living off the grid, but it can be rewarding, but it also can be quite stressful if you don't know how you're going to get energy. So thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and have a great day.